Good day, everyone. This is Trina Curry, also known as Faith Grace. I wanted to just record something for a few minutes because I sit back a lot and I sit quietly and spend my time alone with myself and God. And I always have time to reflect and think of, I don't know how people are, but certain reasons why certain things are done. And I've been thinking about identity theft. Not only identity theft, but also why would somebody want somebody else's birthright? They both go hand in hand. And the reason they go hand in hand, because if they want to be that person, they want the identity. So if they want to be that person, they're going to want that person birthright. They want anything that's connected to that person. They brought that person forth to be who they are now. And so I was thinking about it, and these are most times you see the issues with people that's in the Bible that has been great or have a great calling or have something big on their lives. And so in my thinking, I sat back and I said to myself, God, how can, not to myself but to God, people be so evil, so rude, because there's some things that I deal with right now that will blow people's minds. Like, I have people literally sit up under me 24/7 trying to switch themselves with me. Not only it switch themselves with me, I have not one night of sleep where people literally sit and try to transfer the person, switching body parts of people, trying to get a person out of who God has called them to be. Now, with me sitting back thinking these things, there was a scripture that I went to, and I think it's Romans, I think it's 8:36. 8:36, and it talks about who can separate you from the love of the Lord. And this is something I really, 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 really want to sit back and meditate and teach on, because it's in nor height nor depth. Literally nothing can separate you from God, but you have people constantly trying. If they can just separate the parts of you that they think that's connected to the certain things that God has connected within your destiny, they think that they can separate you. Well, let me make this clear to somebody. They can transfer themselves all day to you, switch you both, but they can never stand in the feet of you, because what God placed in every individual is what needs to be in that individual to carry out his purpose for their life. So they can step out there and act as though they're doing it, but their hearts is not nowhere near the person he gave the purpose to or the assignment to. So I had to think about that, because I was allowing it to wreck me, literally wreck me. God have to deal with me when I get to that place, because you get tired. And when you get tired, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you get aggravated. You go through all of these steps of things. And you have people doing this for the last 6 months since I've been here, since January. They have been trying to switch themselves, switching my heart, switching things, switching my teeth, switching my eyes. I'm talking about literally doing these things. And I never talk about them, but I need to start, because it's a part of my testimony of who I am and where God bringing me from and where he's taking me. But I see people, and I'm not exempting anybody. No, I'm not exempting anybody. Let's put family in this too, where they take stuff and try to utilize it just to be in the seat that God has seated for you. And the bad thing about it is they call themselves love you. And so I had to get to a place of peace with it. And the reason I had to get to a place of peace with it is because God had to deal with my heart when it came down to love, number one. He had to deal with my heart when it came down to dysfunction, number two. And he had to deal with my heart when that dysfunction is in its wickedness. So there's some people that has gotten to the place where they don't operate in that stuff, but some people will never get to that place because that's just who they are. So I was thinking, like, God, it's crazy. It is crazy to have to go through this. But then when you're going through it, you also got to hurt. And then you sitting there listening to people, different karmics, sucking off of you, switching stuff all day, all night, and you can't sleep. Like, I can't tell you the last time I had a night's rest. I cannot tell you the last time I had a 1 minute where I can say just peace. I try to sit and work on different projects and things I have to do. There is no way that I can do it here. They say distractions, no, it supersedes distractions. It's super, and even with practicing and working out my shadows, which is my issues and dealing with things, it is still hard. So I'm praying for people with that. But I wanted to bring on the situation with identity theft. And people steal your identity, walk around with your face and act like they are really you. Come to drain more, transfer more. I'm going to tell you the story, but there's a couple of women, Lord help them. And there's so many that has tried that and sat in the seat. And then you know what happened? They really thought that they can pull the wool over people's eyes. And this don't get used to my face, because I've had many faces. That's what I mean by identity theft. That's what I mean about birthright. A lot of people knew exactly what I looked like. I don't care what they tried to do to take from me. Because of what I didn't do, they still didn't have legal rights. See, because what God makes, no man is supposed to touch it. No man, I don't care what authority he put in there, because some of the people that has authority are not right. So that's why God say, touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm. He mean what he say, and he say what he mean. But I just wanted to kind of throw this out there, because I'm going to be going into some teachings. Not even teachings. I'm going to be speaking on identity theft and how the thieves did certain things in my life, and the birthright, and how people try to portray being you after they get, like, I think that was Esau and Jacob. I think that was them two. And how Esau sold himself out. I would never do that. But he sold himself out for some porridge. And he didn't know it at that time. He was kind of a little off. He didn't really get it until he got it. And that's mean when Jacob got it. But how Jacob's mother that even came in the picture to help it fall together, to take it. And she groomed Jacob with, like, I guess it's gray grass or something, but to make it feel like hair, because Esau was very hairy. But I'm thinking these were brothers. So what family got to do with it? If we look back at Joseph, look at his brothers. They wanted to really kill him, but one of the brothers spoke up. I think that was Reuben. I'm not sure, because it's been a minute since I read the stories. They were embedded in me before they tried to extract and take everything out of me. But in the midst of that, the brothers wanted to kill him. And then they got mad because who God called them to be. Why would you get mad when what God calls somebody to be? The identity that he give them, when you have your own identity. Do people ever think, and I need somebody to hear me, that a person that's gifted and got identity, do they know that they have identity and they're gifted too? It may not be the same, and they don't take the time to find out for looking and wanting what somebody else has. Well, I just wanted to count. I'm gonna go far with this, because it's literally been in my heart, and I've had to get some peace with it. I had to release some people. I had to forgive some people, and I thank God that He gave me the whatever He gave me, the forgiving spirit, because the forgiving spirit I have, I forgive people unconditionally. Some stuff they did to me, I should never forgive them, but I don't think like that, and I definitely don't feel like that. But I know better than to allow myself to get back in tune with some people that, I'm not going to say they never would change. They can, but it's their choice. Some of them choose not to deal with the pain. Some of them choose not to try to get it right. The ones that choose not to deal with the pain, they would never change, because it's the pain that's keeping them where they're at. And it's more they do things, the more they add on to what they already got going on. So with that being said, I just wanted to kind of throw it out there about the identity, because that is something serious. So when you hear me talking about it, it's something that I'm dealing with. And if it's something that I'm dealing with, it's something that's covered up. So with that being said, it will all come out in due time. But I want, to kind of throw that out there and just talk a little bit, just breaking, the ice a little bit. And, just sometimes you're going through things and you don't understand, especially as family. Remember, family is no different than anybody else. They have shadows, they have issues just like everybody else. Even if they try to come forth and act like they're good, no baby, no baby, no baby, no baby. Let me tell you, we all been through something in life. And if you ain't dealt with it, it follows you through your adult life. It follows you through having children. It follows you. It's when you want to deal with it, when you want to get better, when you want things to happen better in your life, So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. And, and then I need to assure somebody, I don't know where they get this from, I'm serving the devil, but baby, I would never go back to darkness. the pain that it caused me 25 years ago, I would never go back. And another thing, I've never been a prostitute. I don't know how people do that when I don't even want a man touching me right now unless he's my husband. You can do anything when you're drinking, but when you're sober, you can't play like that. With that being said, let me get off of here. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because the teaching been on me, and it's still on me. So I gotta get out and really study more and be able to help somebody, I don't know, besides myself, that's dealing with that situation. Because let me tell you, it's a criminal offense, and with it being a criminal offense, it's federal. You ain't dealing with the popos. You're dealing with the federal people. Because you're dealing with who God called you to be, who you've been birthed in, what they have in the systems of the government. So it becomes federal. But anyways, let me get off of here. And Lord, I like this. But anyways, I will come on the live because I want to give a part of my testimony. God telling me to open my mouth, and so I need to start speaking. And then when I start speaking, it's gonna awaken a lot of things. Where people sitting back thinking and clapping for some things, they're clapping wrong. So with that being said, I just want to wish everybody to have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon.